It's the weekend, which nowadays signifies another protest calling for justice and peace for Palestine and condemnation for Israel's 3-week military attack, which killed 1,340 people and 5,450 casualties.
Israel is the colonial outpost of the United States in the Middle East. It is the attack dog of US imperialism in the Middle East.
Thousands are demanding that the blockade in Gaza be lifted and an arms embargo be imposed on Israel. But what has galvanized today's protests is the BBC's decision not to broadcast the fundraising appeal for the people of Gaza. The appeal was expected to raise $13.5 million, which means a $68 food parcel for a family for a month. Shoes were hurled at the BBC building, an iconic weapon used by demonstrators made famous by the Iraqi journalist who aimed his size 10s at the former American President George Bush. But the sober and more chilling display of toy dolls, wrapped in shrouds splattered in red ink, called onto the BBC to reverse its decision and to think of the human suffering over politics. The ruling Labour Party's Member of Parliament said the decision to not broadcast the advert would have repercussions for the BBC.
Maybe they'll change their mind. I think today's demonstration will have a big effect on it, but it has damaged their reputation.
The national broadcaster said it turned down the commercial because showing it might harm its reputation for impartiality. But the broadcaster has given free airtime to previous appeals. The government has even stepped in to denounce the decision and said the ad would not compromise the broadcaster's integrity.
I never thought the day would come when I was going to demonstrate against the BBC. They've lost all credibility. They're absolutely disgusting, their actions.
This is the first time the British people come out giving these slogans against the BBC, because till the last moment we always thought the BBC is the best we have, but not anymore.
The march ends in London's Trafalgar Square for another round of speeches, and familiar faces stand up to address the crowds.
Campaigners are committed to keeping Gaza in the headlines. They've been organising marches every weekend since the conflict broke out. Their message to the people of Gaza is you are not alone. Uzma Hussain for Press TV in London.